Coming up next, Weeknight with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube Dog Show, not too far away from the biggest chicken nugget tower in the world. Wait, really? It's Weeknight with Ellie Muller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a man who is going to talk about chicken nuggets tonight. Well, that explains the weird introduction. Oh boy. He is the one and only Mr. Ellie Muller. Hi! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie Muller. What's up? Alright! The theme song was composed by Dog Mendes Piano and Tori's Gaming Spot is Weeknight Update Storyteller. And they are two of our Shoutout Spotlight tonight, along with Eva Emily, Dragon Ball, and Hasbro Top in 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Pierre Kelly, Monster Jeff Fanatic, Hobby House Fanatic, Supercar Fanatic, Welcome to Dance Fanboy Films 2, Super Geeked Up Flash, Super Knocked Up, Landon the Hedgehog, and Vroom Vroom. Please check all those people out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to find out what's up. Here we go. What's up with chicken nuggets? Small treats that are very meaty. Okay, why are the opening lines always so obvious? This is going to be a very weird show. Now, a judge recently said something that shocked the USA. Boneless wings can be chicken nuggets and vice versa. Wow. There goes the planet. And hey, someone found out who makes the best chicken nuggets ever. Chick-fil-A. Wow. 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 I am not surprised at all. Don't ask me why. Now, it's time for another top 8 list. MP, Mr. Bones, let's go. Science category, top 8 things that won't go with chicken nuggets. Number 8, rocks. Number 7, dirt. Number 6, mud. Number 5, trees. Number 4, leaves. Number 3, pencils. Number 2, pens. And number 1, cones. Whoa, wait a minute. Those are the top 8 things that won't go with chicken nuggets? Yeah, why? MP, I'm a rubber chicken. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you will become a chicken nugget. Wait, it doesn't? No! Besides, people can't eat rubber chickens. Oh, you're right. Of course I'm right. Boys, relax. Thank you very much. You know it's right. Hashtag Weeknight Update. Hashtag LUO for Night. Hashtag LUO for Awesome. Hashtag Spread Love Around. And hashtag Autism is Awesome. Get those hashtags to social media, please. Right, like this thing, subscribe and go check the comment section down below. Whoever do, please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the in-between monologue, Toy Story, more for everyone, talking time, random advice, and this week's Content of the Week question. Remember, this is still Weeknight Update, and every day's your problem tonight.
I mean, it's crazy.
What?
We finish each other's
sandwiches.
No! I love you, but this is mine.
Get in your favorite chair, or snuggle up with your teddy bear, or tuck yourself in and turn out the light. Time for good TV with Nick at Night.
Hey, Hey, you know what's up here? Your new Empire carpet. Oh, it's gorgeous. Let me tell you about it. First of all, it won't cost you much. From $6.95 a yard installed, including foam padding. Our credit plan gives you 60 days to make an installment payment. And now to celebrate our 25th anniversary, we're offering this push-button telephone or Abyssal shampoo free with any carpet order. So call us about your new carpet. 588-2300 Empire. Hey, guys, how do I get down from here? Guys?
It seemed like the rain would never stop. I mean, I could feel the dampness in my bones. For the first time since my doctor said I had a touch of arthritis.
He had some pain, so we called the doctor, and he recommended extra-strength Tylenol.
That's right.
With all the choices for your arthritis pain, well, I was surprised.
Well, the Tylenol worked. The pain cleared up.
A lot sooner than the weather.
Tylenol, arthritis pain relief from the name you trust.
Have you tried McDonald's newest one-of-a-kind?
They're great.
No bones!
I love it. I dug it.
Ooh, new Chicken McNuggets.
McNuggets?
McNugget.
A McNugget is a boneless chunk of tender, tasty chicken with 4 kinds of sauce to choose especially for dipping.
Barbecue, hot mustard, sweet and sour.
Honey, too.
'Cause you deserve a break today with chicken cooked McDonald's way. Chicken McNuggets.
McNuggets!
Only at McDonald's. Yeah!
Welcome back to the one and only Weeknight Update. Oh yes! Toys, Gaming, Spot, I have another story for everyone in a few moments. But first, it's time for the in-between monologue. Here we go! Chicken nuggets are small pieces of deboned chicken that are battered and or breaded before being deep fried and or baked. If you can remember that fact, then you will be able to handle the rest of this episode. Now, chicken nuggets are very popular fast food items, and they are also excellent frozen food items. They may cost you about $10, but they still taste great, so there you go. Chicken nuggets are made from flour, eggs, seasonings, and chicken meat. I know you don't care too much about that fact, but that's something for you to consider when you are making chicken nuggets at home. Now, chicken nuggets were developed in the 1950s by Robert C. Baker, but they didn't become popular until the early 1980s when McDonald's started selling them. Thanks, McDonald's. And finally, some people tend to dip their chicken nuggets in either ketchup or sweet and sour sauce. And others tend to dip them in ranch dressing. Wait. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Eric Andre and his friends like dipping their chicken nuggets in ranch dressing. There you go. Aye. Woo! Hey. All right, it's time for another installment of Toy Story. Go ahead, Tori.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's Story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about another one of my favorite foods, and it's chicken nuggets. Well, my favorite kind of chicken nuggets is fun nuggets. You know, they're shaped like dinosaurs. And so yeah, but anyways, here's the story. This is an account of pain and heartache, of torment and tragedy of poor decisions and chicken nuggets. we'd caught up with friends in Convent Garden for Japanese-inspired food. Recently opened, the poorly lit restaurant was the current darling of foodies and the where to eat this weekend bloggers. Reservations were booked out weeks in advance, and I had to admit the food looked and tasted fantastic, but it was wildly overpriced, and I left still hungry. Dinner was with old friends, the kind you see once a year, maybe twice if you're feeling motivated. It's always good to see them, but meeting up can be a such chore. On a Wednesday night, all you want to do is go home, shed your work clothes, and blob on the couch in your shorts. Now we were on our way to do just that. We'd arrived a few minutes early to find our train, the 2312 Dartford service from London's Charing Cross, just pulling in to complete its inward journey. Screeching to a halt, the carriages settled with a hiss, doors beeping before sliding apart. An empty can of gin and tonic burst from within and skittered across the platform. A loud group then emerged from the train, delighting in their friend's difficulty negotiating the step down. With that challenge conquered, the haphazard bunch tottered towards the ticket gates, ready for a big night out. We climbed aboard an empty carriage. My partner and I reveled in taking our pick of the seats. Always take the seat when the opportunity arises, even if home is only a few stops away. The trip's brevity was something else for which I was grateful. After dinner, we'd stop at the pub for a quick pint, which had turned into 3 rounds, or was it 4? Whatever it was. Before leaving for our respective stations, I'd gone to the loo, but I was already feeling the uncomfortable press of that final pint. No matter, as I say, we'd be home soon, 20 minutes tops. Perched on our moquette thrones and basking in our good fortune, we watched the driver make her way from the cab at the front of the train, now the back, and walk the length of the platform to the back of the train, now the front. The remaining seats were soon taken up, and the final few passengers stood in the doorway, holding the rails as we got underway. Overlapping conversations filled the carriage. The pleasant chatter of people traveling with friends, family, or loved ones after an evening out. So unlike the customary silence of strangers on my commute. We soon pulled into Waterloo East, then London Bridge, a few more passengers stepping on board at each stop. Each stop. By now, my bladder was becoming quite insistent. I had to remind myself not to worry. We would be home soon. The doors started to close, and that was when our otherwise ordinary evening took a turn. A drunken shout cut across the chat, our attention drawn to the platform. We saw a businessman rushing from the top of the stairs, eyes wild, coat flapping, takeaway McDonald's in hand. So often a dash for the train rewards you with the satisfaction of knowing you made it, that you wasted not even a second kicking your heels on a platform. That this was not one such situation. The latecomer made an ill-judged leap for the closing doors. Unfortunately, only his hand made it inside, the hand which had held the takeaways in its grasp. The brown paper bag soared past the standing passengers, crossing the carriage, slamming into the far side, and plummeting to the floor. The takeaways' owner met a familiar fate. Similar fate, sliding down the outside of the carriage, face pressed against the glass of the closed doors. His hand slipped from between the rubber seals as he crumpled into a pile on the platform. The whole incident made a mockery of the ever-present yellow-painted warnings to mind the gap. Conversations had ceased, replaced with gaffs and squeals of shock. Some on the platform moved to assist the unfortunate man. Meanwhile, inside the train, one passenger wailed uselessly on the door release button. Others could only stare. Then one self-assured passenger stepped forwards to pull the emergency brake. With the brake activated, I knew the train guard would be required to investigate. Everyone was too shocked by the situation to even groan about the inevitable delay. All eyes were on the hapless, hopeful passenger as he was helped back to vertical on the platform. I'd recovered from the initial fright. All appeared to be in hand, and my mind had returned to my bladder. It was agonizing minutes before the guard arrived and had cleared the situation to his satisfaction. The pressure really was building now, while all the while our prospective fellow passenger stood swaying on the platform. His eyes were glazed with apparent fact, Sensei. But when I followed his line of sight, I realized his drunken intent looking through the door's glass panel. He was fixated on the McDonald's. The brown paper bag was tipped on its side with an unopened six-piece box of chicken McNuggets. Peeking out the top, I understood his craving because I felt it too. After an unfulfilling dinner and many pints of lager, I knew a few mouthfuls of steamy, dreamy gold nugs would. The doors clunked, breaking my trance. Our train guard had manually released the doors, allowing them to open, and reset the emergency brake. The homeward bound businessman clambered aboard, and the previously gawking passengers shuffled to give him space. Everything shifted into slow motion as one particular passenger stepped back. There was nothing special or unusual about him. Mid-30s, average build, shirt and chinos. But it was his movement that caught my eye. The owner of the takeaways and myself watched on in impotent horror. We gasped in unison as the weight of one careless boot was applied to the box of nuggets. The cardboard compressed. Helplessly, we watched the tragedy unfold. 6 perfect chicken morsels being trodden into pancakes of deep-fried despair. The anguish on the drunken man's face. It was too much to bear. Life wasn't worth living anymore, and in that moment of misery, my bladder gave up holding out for a second longer. The end. That's the story about chicken nuggets. So stay tuned where I tell the next story. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Toy. That was excellent. Hey, let's have a moment for everyone, huh? Chicken nuggets are very delicious. In fact, they're so delicious that you could also say that they are scrumptious. Now let me tell you this, chicken nuggets are a lot smaller than chicken wings, so please do not mistake them for chicken wings. Also, chicken wings have bones. Chicken nuggets don't have bones. That's because chicken nuggets are circular, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I will say this, chicken nuggets will make you feel happy. So many people have had chicken nuggets earlier in life, and I've had the pleasure of eating chicken nuggets several times in my life as well. Hey, it relates to the topic, so you know I'm about to bring it up. Hey, you know I'm about to bring it up. Okay, that's it. Anyway, chicken nuggets, and make everyone happy. And again, you can't be mad at food. I mean, food will always be there for everyone. Now, what am I trying to say? Well, what I'm trying to say is this. You need to eat as many chicken nuggets as you can. Life is too short to be upset with chicken nuggets. Alright? You gotta eat them now. Alright? They're very good. And speaking of things that are very good, it's talking time! Alright, Buffalo Wild Wings almost disappeared because of a major lawsuit that has a lot to do with the age-old debate that has made everybody feel stressed. The age-old battle between chicken nuggets and boneless wings. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the details because, believe me, I don't want you to fall asleep. But let me give you the entire gist of it, okay? Buffalo Wild Wings said that the people from Buffalo Wild Wings believe that boneless wings are chicken nuggets. Now, several people have stated that the boneless wings could contain bones, which goes against the term boneless wings. However, according to one judge, and this is true, boneless wings are almost the same as chicken nuggets. Wow. This must have been a very, very, very slow news year so far, huh? Woo-hoo-hoo! My goodness. Now, let's take a look at this article, shall we? Owen Muller of Parade.com actually tasted all the chicken nuggets in the world. And according to Corinne, now this is true, the fast food restaurant that has the best chicken nuggets around is Chick-fil-A. Despite the fact that the Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets cost $7. Now, this is what she said about Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets. She said, Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets were the most expensive option I've tried, but they're also high quality. Chick-fil-A makes its nuggets from 100% boneless chicken breast, minus things you don't want in your nuggets, like hormones or fillers. Oh, so it all comes down to the stuff that's in the chicken nuggets. Ah! Now that's what I call a game changer. Speaking of game changers, how about some manual advice for the world, huh? chicken nuggets, then make... If you're going to have chicken nuggets, then make sure that you have a few burgers or some pizza and something to drink to go along with those. Think about it. Do not dip your chicken nuggets in dirt. You will get sick. If you dip your chicken nuggets in ranch dressing, then you are definitely Eric Andre's best friend. And finally, if you decide to have a chicken nugget sandwich, then you better eat it quickly because that sandwich might become very popular one day. Now, let's go over this week's Count of the Week question, shall we? Would you let a monkey use a cell phone in public? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Well, that's it for tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow night. That's news. And I'm out, skis, 4x4.
Get in your favorite chair, or snuggle up with your teddy bear, or tuck yourself in and turn out the light. Time for good TV with